What up, world? I'm Steve, founder and CEO of CryptoCrewUniversity.com, home of the most game-changing crypto courses. I have a question for you. Do you wish you can have more success in crypto? If the answer is yes, this right here is going to be your new favorite channel, hands down. Every single video, you're going to learn something brand new that can help you in your crypto trading right away. No BS, only the facts and the charts. So hit that subscribe button, join the movement, and everybody, hit that thumbs up button. I want to see some love down below. Today's video is highly requested. It's the buzz on the internet. We posted it on our social media and it blew up. Everybody wants to know this question. Will election day spur Bitcoin's largest bull run in history? Today we're taking a deep dive. We're taking a deep study into exactly this question, and you're going to love it. I have good news, I have bad news, and I have shocking news. But first and foremost, happy Wednesday to our fellow underdogs, our incredible community. Thank you all for your support. It's incredibly rare I miss a video. This was one of the few that we missed last week, so I'm so happy to be back. Thank you all for the love and support. I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to be back. But let's jump straight into this. We have really an epic study that we're going to do today that's going to open your eyes, and it's going to open them very wide to what's going on. And you're going to learn some things that maybe you had no idea were the facts in the charts. And we're going to discuss exactly that. Obviously, before we jump into it, if you want to improve your trading today, right? You want more success, you need a strategy for a limited time only. We have an incredible course on our website that we're giving away for free. It would be incredibly silly not to go jump on this right now. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Come right down here and get your free course. It'll help you today with trading. So go get it, limited time only. Now, election day. If you watch any of our videos, this is not a political channel, nor will we ever be. But we're going to discuss the facts and the charts, right? So we're going to discuss the S&P 500 and what's happened in history around these election days. And we're really looking at the cycles that happen after election days, because then we can really understand the big picture. And we all know that unfortunately, the moves in Bitcoin are tied to the larger cycles in the stock market. Just like the stock market, the US stock market, oftentimes highly influences all other markets in the world. So to understand these large market cycles will help you significantly better understand the larger market cycles in crypto. We're not talking about what happens one day after the election or 72 hours after the election. Those things are completely boring. If you want to know the major market moves, the major cycles, that's where all your money is either going to be won or lost. So pay close attention. I have good news, I have bad news, and I have some shocking news, right? Let's start with the good news. We're going to do a study, and we're going to look at the S&P 500 on a 2-month chart, right? This is probably in a different angle you've seen in the past, and that's why you love my channel, is we're always showing you something new, fresh, and clean. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe right now and join the movement. You're going to learn something new in every video. So we have the S&P 500, the 2-month chart. We have the RSI at the bottom. Pay close attention. Here is our previous election, right? In November 2016. And again, we're looking at the cycle that happens after the election. You can see what happened after the 2016 election. We went into a very strong cycle, a bullish cycle, right? We go back in time to 2012. This was one of the strongest cycles. You can see these are 2-month candles. You have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We've got roughly 2 years of green candles on a 2-month chart, which is incredibly rare.
right? So this was a major cycle after this election day, right? Now we go back in time to 2008. We all know that this was a very rough time in the economy, and you can see that this was right around the bottom, was around the election day, and we went into a very strong move to the upside. So these cycles, these 4-year cycles or 2-year cycles after the election, so far, very significant. And we want a lot of data points. If we were to base our decision off of 3 data points, it wouldn't be very significant. But luckily, we're going to base it off of a lot more data points, so the answers become very, very clear. We're going to continue to go back in time to 2004, and you can see again. So we've had election days so far, 4 of them. All of them show a very large bullish cycle after election day, okay? And we continue to the year 2000, right? The year 2000 was slightly different. This was one of the only times in history where we had an election day, and right following the election day, we went into a significant bearish cycle, right? This was one of the only times in history. You could take a look, and we dated it back all the way into the year I was born, right? 1984, one of the best years in history. I'm just kidding. But look at the data points. We've got 9 data points in front of us. One of them suggests that after the election day, we went into a large bearish cycle. 8 of them suggest that after election day, we went into a large bullish cycle. Again, why is this significant? Because if the stock market goes into a very large bullish cycle, Bitcoin more than likely will have one of its strongest bull runs in recent memory. This is very important to pay attention to, but we're going to dig into it even further because I said I have good news, I have bad news, and I have shocking news. So far, we've covered the good news. Let's dig into it a little bit further. So this suggests a very high probability, just looking at the broad scope of the past 36 years, we have one data point, one election day. This one right here, back in 2000, that was very bearish. The rest of them, bullish. The big picture would suggest it's a very high probability that we will have a strong bullish run after this election day. And the election day, by the way, is just several weeks away, right? So we need to dig into it a little bit further. Because so far we've covered the good news. This is all butterflies and rose petals and it looks great, but we need to dig into the facts and the charts. This is one perspective. And we need to understand, well, what happened here? That's why we have this other indicator on our chart, the RSI. And again, I mind you, we're on the 2-month chart. I want you to draw this at home, and here is why. We're going to get in now to the bad news. Okay? So what happened here? Well, election day was back in the glory days of 1996. Back in the mid-90s when life was simple. We barely had internet. We had no idea what internet was going to do. The market was flourishing, and we were going into the election day of 2000, and everyone was worried about Y2K. Do you remember that? I'm 16 years old, and everyone is telling me that pretty much all the computers in the world would just turn off and never turn on again. Do you remember those days? Those days suggested that, hey, if the computers turned on, the markets would continue into the biggest, largest bull run in history. Do you remember that? That's what the talk of the town was for years heading up to that. Every single company in the world was IPOing and becoming instant millionaires, and the market was in an absolute mayhem, right? So, what caused this crash? Was it the election day, or was it a mix of the two? I want to draw your attention to the RSI. There's a very strong reason we have it here. And do you see what I'm about to show you? Do you see what I'm about to show you? And this is very important. So perk your ears up and listen closely. Heading into the year, the 2000 election, we had a high here in 1998. We had another high here in the year 1999, and we had another high here in the 2000 leading up to the 2000 election. At the same time, our RSI had a high, a lower high in 99, another lower high at the end of 99, and another lower high. This, my friends, is bearish divergence. How do you know if it's bearish or bullish? You've heard a lot of discussions on divergence, and how do you know if that divergence is going to make price go up or down? I'll give you the simple and short answer. If you're looking at the top compared to the top, it's bearish, plain and simple. We are comparing higher highs to lower highs, that's bearish. Every time it'll be bearish if you find divergence in the higher highs and the lower highs. Plain and simple. So that's an easy fact. Write it down, put it in your notebook. So we had this bearish divergence. Price going up, RSI going down. We had our breaking point on election day and the floodgates opened, and it was a bloodbath, right? I show you that to show you this. Let's dig into what's happening today, currently, as we're leading into election day, because again, this market will dictate Bitcoin, plain and simple. If this market really takes off into its biggest bull run in history, you better believe Bitcoin is going to follow suit. But also the opposite is true. If you see this market start to tank, you better believe that Bitcoin is going to be in some trouble. But let's look at the facts and the charts, not use our emotional opinion. Again, if you're new in this channel, we do not use our emotional opinion. We keep it clean, simple, and powerful. So hit that subscribe button, join the movement. You can see what's happened here, right? Back in July of 2018, we created our high. After this election, we created our high. Then we created a higher high back in January of 2020, back before coronavirus. Do you remember those days? Back when life was relatively normal. Then we proceeded to create another higher high at the same time that our RSI was creating a high, lower high, lower high. Sound familiar? Well, what we did in this study with the S&P 500 on our 2-month chart into in comparing it was this shocking discovery. I said I had good news, I had bad news, and I had shocking news. We've covered the good news. The bad news is very clear. We've got bearish divergence. There's no way around it. This is the facts and the charts. It's not my emotional opinion. Now let's get to the shocking news, because we wanted to really dig in this study and understand, well, this fractal here, how similar was it? How similar is this fractal to the fractal that we're seeing here, leading up into the election? Okay? Let's take a deeper dive. We want to understand, when did this divergence start and how long did the divergence last heading into election day, which appears to be the breaking point. Well, let's take a look and take a measured move. So we're essentially just measuring how long did this divergence last before it broke, right? So we're taking a look here into election day. We had about 900 days. So for about 900 days heading into the election, we had bearish divergence, and this was the thing that broke the camel's back, right? This was the piece where the floodgates opened, and we had some very difficult times after that. 900 days, keep that in mind. Just about 900 days. Well, what happened in today's fractal? Well, we started in July 2018, and we're heading into election day, which will bring us to roughly 900 days. Let me repeat that. Here's the shocking news. We are eerily similar to this fractal heading into election day, where we've got very strong bearish divergence. Again, this is not bearish divergence on the 1-hour chart or the 4-hour chart, which would be some little problems for a little bit. It's not on the weekly chart. It's not on the monthly chart. It's on the 2-month chart. This is serious. Pay attention. Okay, so we've got this bearish divergence heading in for about 900 days, heading into the election day. So what does all this mean? What does all this mean? Well, there's two ways to look at it. We can say, look, for 36 years, we have 9 data points, and only one of them are negative. So there's a high probability we're going to have a strong bullish case. There's another scenario where it's like, hey, we look deeper into the charts. We have very strong case of bearish divergence. Nobody's talking about this. This could be the thing that breaks the camel's back. And then there's a third way to look at it, how to avoid this divergence. The only way for the markets to avoid this divergence is if somehow, some way, right now we're at about a 73 in the RSI on the 2-month chart. If this were somehow, some way to get above 85, we're in the clear, because then we don't have divergence. We would created another higher high with the price creating a higher high. That's what we would need to do. That's what we would need to do. And by the way, here's one more parallel. At the time of the election, right? At the time of the election, the RSI was just about 75 on the 2-month chart. Right at about where it is now. So not only do we have that 900-day parallel leading into the election day, not only do we have that bearish divergence, the RSIs were even at the same level, and we created a very similar pattern. Look at this pattern. We created this high here, and then look at this low that we created. It's pretty much the same relative distance of low, because this was at a higher level, and this was at a low level, and this was at a lower level to an even lower level. This was pretty much the same structure of fractal. It's very fascinating. We're going to be covering it closely, step by step. Make sure you subscribe. We're going to get into a couple more charts now. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think that this bearish divergence is going to play out? Do you think the RSI is somehow miraculously going to jump up over 85 and save the day? How do you think this is going to play out? Are we going to head into a market where we're really flourishing? It's going to be one of these 8 data points, or do you believe that this fractal is going to play out? We'd love to hear your opinion. And by the way, you've watched my videos. You learn something every time. You're learning about divergence. You're learning about understanding fractal patterns and how to really dig deep into these charts. It's clean, it's simple, you get it, you understand it. So we put together trading courses for you to help you improve today. You connect with these videos, the trading courses are on another level. Go get yours for free right now. Crypto Crew University, the link is down below, and click right here to get your free course. And if you've already done this, that means you love the course. And the next step is to sign up to the full program, all right? You've been waiting for it. This is your moment. The time is now to better understand the markets and to have a strategy. You want financial freedom? This is your ticket. So you can go to the courses here. The gold bundle is by far the most popular. And if you have any questions, contact me. If you have concerns about money, contact me. I'll do everything in my power to help you. Contact button is right here. Now we're going to dig into a couple more charts. If you follow our videos you saw a few weeks ago when we made our most recent video, there was a few things I wanted you to watch. The stochastic RSI cross up, momentum going up. We were pretty bullish in the last video. A lot of people are like, Steve, I don't know how you're even possibly bullish. Everybody is bearish. You can see the market has risen nicely since then, and we just based it on the facts. We don't have a crystal ball. We didn't do anything really special. We just stayed level-headed. We looked at the facts, and the facts are the facts. And again, this was the short term. This is not a 2-month chart. This is a weekly chart. So stochastic cross up, good. We have the most significant level in Bitcoin is 12K. We are going to follow this pattern, which we said to watch out for the HV, just dip below the 40 level. We're going to follow up on that on our next video. And we remain bullish in the weekly RSI above the critical level of 56. So we are still in a bull market. Market is still bullish. And we also said to pay close attention to here. So you're going to have potentially this part cut off, but you can see the structure. The market structure is phenomenally strong at that 37 level, a level we've been talking about for 6 months, while all the people that want to hate have said, Steve, it's ridiculous that you show this chart. Well, it's predicted the market moves for 6 straight months. So why would we bet against it? The facts are the facts. And we're creating a nice little uptrend here. Back in September, we created a low. We created a higher low here at the end of September, another higher low in October, and we've just created a higher high. The structure here is looking great. Not only did we respect the market structure, we're creating a nice little momentous run here. So the market is still bullish. We'll follow up on it in next week's video. Let me know if you would like more content on this type of scenario. The stock market. We don't touch it a lot. We really remain focused on Bitcoin. Let me know if you want more content like this. Comment down below. Now, Steve's secrets to success. So a shout out to our Twitter people. We posted the comment on Twitter. Hey, the question really is, what would you like me to cover on this video? And that's where everybody, if you want to follow, you can go right here, Crypto Crew U. That's where this concept of the video came from. So shout out to our community there. Steve's secrets to success. We told you about the free course. Go get the free course right now. And again, if you got the other course, if you've already signed up to the free course, then you already know, wow, these courses are incredible. You probably keep those strategies with you. And the next step, to sign up to the full courses, because those are easily 10 times better. Easily 10 times better. If you have any questions, you can email me. Email me is here, info@cryptocrewuniversity.com. I just want to say it's great to be back. And more importantly, just the power of our community. Thank you for your support. It's incredibly rare I miss a video. I do everything in my power to get you a video every week, rain or shine, tornado, no internet, no matter what the scenario is. I've jumped through every hoop imaginable because I'm a man of my word, but I told you well in advance, last week was just not going to work out, and the support was tremendous. So really, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's incredible. It's incredible. Thank you. Oh, subscribe. If you haven't done that already, I don't know what the hell you're waiting for. Hit the subscribe button and join the movement. We're a group of underdogs. I'm an underdog. Bitcoin is a massive underdog. The rest of the world thinks it's going to fail, that it's a scam, it's a fraud, it's a pyramid scheme. People are doubting that Bitcoin is a thing. They think it's a fad. I'm an underdog. Bitcoin is an underdog, and I highly bet that you're an underdog. People have counted you out. They don't think you can do it. They don't think you can become a professional trader. They don't think you can have financial freedom. They don't think you can do it. Together we're a group of underdogs, and we are going to achieve everything and more. Okay. Steve's secrets to success today is a good one. This is something that we've touched on briefly, but we haven't really dove into it. I want you to celebrate, not hate. Now, what does that mean? Well, and if you're new here, Steve's secrets to success is how to elevate your life, right? Outside of crypto, how to achieve more success, and it starts here with celebrate and not hate. We live in a world today where social media is full of hate. If you look at anybody's Twitter feed that's successful, look under there, and almost all of the comments that people like are hate comments. And there's been a lot of studies done about these hate comments, and people that leave hate comments, it's a direct reflection of themselves. This is not my opinion. This is based on scientific research, that it's a direct reflection of how that person actually thinks about themselves, which is really interesting, because then they comment and try to tear somebody else down. Somebody that climbed the mountaintop, they're trying to nibble at the ankles and pull down. What I want you to do to not get caught up on this, because there's also scientific studies that suggest that negative comments, just the negativity in general, is 10 times more attractive and more powerful than positive comments, which is why news is the news. Do you see the news always talking about good things going on in the world? No, that doesn't sell. It's not sexy. Negativity sells. That's the world we live in. But here's what I would suggest to you. This is what I personally do in situations like this. I wake up in the morning and I look for people to celebrate.
There's people that I respect in this world that I want to see succeed, and I literally look for things to celebrate for them, where most of the world looks for things to hate and to try to bring down. So I want you to flip that mindset. It's going to do wonders to your life, because then you're going to start looking always at the glass half full. You're going to start finding always things that are positive and not negative. And you're going to start celebrating people. And guess what's going to happen to your own life? You're going to start elevating. You're going to start to achieve more success because you're looking for others. You're supporting it. You're putting good energy out into the world, and it will come back to you. Watch what happens when you make this shift. So that's Steve's secrets to success. Let me know in the comments down below if this one resonated with you, if you've been through something similar and seen something with yourself or your friends or your family. Let me know in the comments down below. Oh, I do want to mention to all of our students and anybody looking to become a student, our single courses, the things that are the cheapest on our website, which a lot of people really love, are going away very soon. So these two are the most popular bundles. They include almost all of our courses. Then you have these single courses, which are all inside of here. These single courses, the Pro, Advanced, Intermediate, are the most popular. These are all going away very soon. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If you've been thinking about signing up to these, you better do it quickly, because there will not be an opportunity to do this for much longer. I just want to be very transparent and very open with you and give you a heads up. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Those are going away, so take full advantage. Again, if you wanted to sign up to one of these for a long time and money has been an issue, contact me, and I'm a man of my word. I help so many people, whether they're disabled or a war veteran or a single mom, single dad, been affected by Corona, lost their job. No matter what the story is, I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of the people, and I've helped a lot of people. So it doesn't hurt to ask. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Okay? So that rounds out today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like. I want to see some love on that like button. Our first video back. Thank you for your support. Hope you and your family are well, and more updates coming in the next video, and we'll be back to our regular scheduled program covering Bitcoin and potentially another altcoin. Let me know what altcoin you would like me to cover next week. Peace and love to our underdogs, our group of underdogs, our incredible community. Hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I'll see you right back here next week. Peace and love to the underdogs.